We all live in the Truman Show today. Cameras are everywhere, including in our cars. Dash cameras have been a popular way for years to show off driving skills, monitor passengers, or as a bit of proof in case of accidents. Now the quality of dash cams is improving thanks to the addition of 4K resolution, making for sharper, clearer videos. Nextbase has just launched its newest camera, the 622GW 4K dash camera. I had a chance to spend a few weeks with this camera to see what it can do. An early heads up, if you end up liking this video and finding it helpful, to please hit that like button and give me a sub, because it does help me keep making more videos that I hope everyone out there can watch, enjoy, and learn from.
This camera is loaded with features. It has 4K video quality at 30 frames per second. There's a super slow motion mode, which records at 1080p HD video and 120 frames per second. There is enhanced night vision too to help you catch critical details on dark highways or foggy streets. A 3-inch touch screen on the back lets you view and control the camera. And finally, a microphone can record audio in the car. Before installing this camera, you're supposed to charge it for 2 hours indoors using the supplied micro USB cable and then get it set up. This part's easy. Go through the initial setup menu and choose your country, location, and time zone for accurate recording information. Next, it's time to install the dash cam. The camera connects to a rather interesting magnetic mount on the front of the camera. The mounting bracket on the camera is covered by a small plastic cover. Pull off that cover, connect the magnetic mount, and make sure to line up the metal connectors. You can choose to use the stick-on mount or the suction mount, as helpfully both are included. Another nice touch in this package is the inclusion of a cable hiding tool that helps you get the power cord under the weather stripping and molding inside the car.
Let's talk about the recording features. This dash camera will automatically save any footage when a crash or a bump is detected. You can choose your recording loop settings too, from 1 to 3 minutes. The dash camera will continue recording, filling the memory card, and when the memory card is full, the oldest file will automatically be deleted to make space for the new recordings. But protected files won't be deleted. There is also an emergency record or save button on the back here. It's the red button. I'm not sure how well you guys can see that, but that lets you protect any footage that you choose that you've recorded on the camera. This camera has a feature called Emergency SOS, which Nextbase says could save your life in the event of an accident. Once a crash is detected, the system will use its built-in sensors and GPS to confirm the crash and will send an SOS message directly to local emergency services with your location and medical data, which you have pre-programmed into your Nextbase app. Emergency services will then call you on your smartphone. If you need help or are unable to answer, help would be dispatched to your location. Nextbase offers Emergency SOS here as a 1-year free trial with no credit card required to test it out. That's pretty nice, so naturally I did sign up. Now, you need to agree to location sharing using your smartphone and to notifications as well. To access this feature, you will also need to share your name and phone number. This is the number that emergency services are going to call to attempt to verify the crash or that you're okay. We can also opt to add emergency medical information to the app, like whether you're diabetic or on any particular medication, or if you have any serious health conditions that emergency services should be aware of. Now, during my testing, I obviously tried not to crash my car, so I have not seen this process through firsthand. I'm definitely going to be trusting Nextbase to deliver on this if I ever need it.
The Nextbase 622GW says it's the world's first dash cam to use what 3 words, and that helps provide your exact location to within a certain square of space, which can help emergency services or others locate you. No data connection is needed. What 3 words is a cool new system for providing addresses where the entire planet is basically divided into 3 by 3 meter squares and assigned a unique and distinct 3-word code that's more accurate and easier to navigate than a typical street address. To learn about it, you can read about it on my blog, which I will make sure is linked up here. Now, what 3 words normally requires a data connection to work, but the 622GW can keep your precise location updated at all times and share this information with emergency services even without that data connection. Not a new feature to dash cams by any means, but the Nextbase 622GW also has intelligent parking mode. This will record any bump or physical movement to the vehicle when your car is left parked.
You can turn this mode on or off, and then when you park and your motor shuts off, the dash cam will automatically switch into parking mode by shutting down everything except the G-force sensor. The sensitivity of that smart G-force sensor will then be increased, and if it's woken up, the camera will begin recording for about 30 seconds or so that if someone hits your parked car, hopefully there is visual evidence. This feature does draw only low power from the camera's internal battery, so it should be able to remain in standby for about a week. The dash camera also has Alexa built in, so you can talk directly to your camera and be hands-free. It is easy to set up with a few clicks, and it supplies you with suggested things you can say like, "Hey A, tell my dash cam to start or stop recording." You can ask her to protect a file, and a few more things. Now, while this is a decent feature, I guess, I didn't find myself using it since the camera turns itself on and off automatically.
There is also that enhanced night vision. Nextbase says nighttime recordings will be better on the 622GW since the new sensor used in the dash camera has larger pixels, allowing more light into each one. Plus, the camera automatically detects light levels and it'll enhance the image as it's being recorded.
Another new feature in this camera is super slow motion, and that's convenient if you need to slow down your footage to more easily identify what happened or to pick up on smaller details, things like license plates, which might end up pretty vital for proving who's at fault in a crash.
Live view is an option for you. You can have your Nextbase 622GW show you on screen what's recording at all times, or you can turn it off if that's distracting.
Overall, this camera and its 4K video recording is a pretty sweet upgrade from older dash cams. The video footage is clear and it provides good detail. The camera itself is pretty compact and it doesn't take up too much space on the old windshield. I also like that it has location tracking in case of emergencies. One of the worst things about this camera is that though the camera is the newest 4K technology, it uses a downright vintage mini USB plug for charging. It would be nice if this would charge with USB-C like so many other newer gadgets, but that is not the case. I also found that the camera gets extremely hot during use, but it wasn't like it was setting the car on fire, so I don't know if that's a real downside or not. Overall, though, I like the camera, and I think if you're looking for a high-resolution camera with lots of useful features, you should definitely consider the Nextbase 622GW. It sells for about 499 Canadian dollars. If you want to read more about this device or reference any of what I've talked about, head over to techgadgetscanada.com where I've posted a full write-up. You can also ask me any questions you have, either there on the blog or, as always, here on the YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Erin. Until the next time, you can find me on either Twitter or Instagram. I'm at ErinLYYC. You can also catch me through Facebook at facebook.com/TechGadgetsCanada.